Assalamualaikum girls again. The remaining part of our lecture was this one. So I will start from here and then I will move towards digestion in human. But one of the topic relationship of balanced diet with age, gender, and activity was left. As the topic shows that balanced diet has a relationship with age, gender, and activity. And what kind of relationship it is, that we will discuss one by one, like what kind of a relationship it has with age or with gender or with activity. Which basically, you know what balanced diet is. I have told it to you in previous lecture that you have to take very essential nutrients in the balanced form. They are required during growth period, and not even, it is also required uh, if it's not a growth period, but during growth period, in kids the metabolic rate is very high and their body needs more energy for growth purposes, for the purpose of making more carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. So their requirement for the nutrition is more as their metabolism speed is high in growing kids. Adults need adults need less protein per kilogram body weight, but a growing girl or a boy needs more proteins per kilogram body weight. You can assume from the body of a adult that many of the structure have been synthesized. Any adult, you can see that they have muscles, their leg muscles are developed, their arm muscles are developed, their facial muscles and all the body muscles are ready. But in a growing girl or a boy, the body is growing. They need lots of protein in their muscles, in their arms, at cellular level for building different complex structures. So they need more energy to build these things. Okay? Similarly, children need more calcium and iron for their growing bones and red blood cells respectively. As they are in the process of growth, their bones are developing, they need more calcium and more iron. That's why people recommend to give eggs and milk and liver and such kind of nutritious food to kids for their development, so that they cannot face or they should not face the problems of malnutrition or developmental delays, which we have studied earlier. Okay, malnutrition has how many bad implications, and it can result into diseases. So giving a good diet to growing kids is necessary. Even gender has an impact on the requirement of a balanced diet. Women have a comparatively less metabolic rate than men. So men of the same age and of the same weight limit. So men needs more energy as compared to female. So they need more balanced diet, a well balanced diet as compared to a female. But obviously a female also require, but male require more than female their balanced diet. I mean demand is high. Different people have different lifestyles. Some of them do not work at all. Some of them are very docile, क्या कहना चाहिए, very lazy, and they have a sedentary mode of living. Sedentary means they are not moving at all. So their demand of energy will be, or nutrients will be different as compared to the one who is moderately active. Not extremely active, but is moving and doing a bit of exercise or is moving around to do his or her his or her chores. So that person is moderately active. But a very active person needs a lot of has a different, demand, because that person is active for the whole of day. So in that case, the amount of energy required by that person will be different. So I will discuss that type as well in the chart, in the discussion of a chart. So you'll see that demand differs from the person's age, gender, and activity. It differentiate. Oh, sorry. It क्या कह सकते हैं कि it differentiate the phenomena कि क्यों different people require different energy. Just a minute. So I was about to discuss this chart of sedentary and moderately active and active people. Look at this chart is telling us daily energy requirement in kilocalories. Unit is mostly kilocalories, kcal. और आपके क्रिस्प वगैरह के टैक्स के ऊपर कैलोरीज लिखा होता है 100 कैलोरीज 200 कैलोरीज नो वो भी एक्चुअली 200 किलो कैलोरीज होती हैं इतनी थोड़ी कैलोरीज नहीं होती 200 किलो कैलोरीज होती हैं दे kind of misguide us. I don't know why, but they are somehow misguiding general population. But we should know that whenever it is the amount of calories written on a shopper, it is basically kilocalories. Look at the demand of energy or calories by a child with sedentary lifestyle is 1000 kilocalories, and with moderately active 1000 to 1400 kilocalories, and with active lifestyle it is 1000 to 1400 kilocalories. So if we look at the demand of female and male, it is different. Of the same age, like अगर 4 to 8 year का sedentary person requires 1200 kilocalories. In case of male, that person requires 1400 kilocalories. From 9 to 13 years old, in female, the normal level of a sedentary person requires 1600 kilocalories, and the male are eating mainly 1800 kilocalories. If we say that 19 to 30-year-old require 2000 kilocalories, so here in female it requires 1800, male requires 1800 kilocalories, जबकि यहाँ पर 1600 kilocalories है. नेक्स्ट ग्रुप को देखिए अगर तो 1800 kilocalories हैं in case of female, जबकि मेल में 2200 kilocalories हैं. Male require more energy as compared to female. I will tell you reason. Look at the moderately active person who requires 1400 to 1600 kilocalories, जबकि female male में 14 is almost same. Maybe I wrote different 100 to 1600. I think I can be wrong. I might have written wrong. I think so 1800 होगा. खैर, in female 9 to 13 years old, female moderately active requires 1600 to 2000 kilocalories, जबकि male में it is 1800 to 2200 kilocalories. So there is a difference in the demand of males kilocalories and females kilocalories. God, what I'm doing. I'm really sorry. I think so. I used to do in your live class as well. So, girls, what I'm trying to make a point here is that the demand of calories in female is a bit less, while the demand of calories in the male is more. This is how I have, I think so, mentioned in your class as well. But the reason is that male have more muscles in their body, in their arms and in their leg. They have more muscles and they have more number of mitochondria because of the muscles. So they require more energy to spend. This is why mostly male are lean as compared to female, because whatever they eat, they spend it in the form of, they spend it in their muscles. So this is what their demand is. I think the point is quite clear here. Let's move to the digestion process, which is digestion in human. अभी मैं चाय भी पी चुकी हूँ और I don't know why I'm behaving like that. I mean, in the second lecture, I made the tea and then I've started teaching, but whatsoever. So, digestion in human is our next topic, and I want to tell you that every cell in our body requires nutrients, and this is what I think you know that every cell is undergoing cellular respiration, so it requires nutrients to keep on doing different body activities. And there are many nutrients which can cross the cell membrane. मतलब a cell requires simple nutrients, simple sugars, or glucose, or different kind of amino acids, carbohydrate. But there are many things like amino acids, fatty acids, and simple sugars. These are rare in our environment and they cannot cross the cell membrane. I repeat, many of the things can cross cell membrane and reach cell, but amino acids, fatty acids are a bit big in size. Oh my god. They cannot cross our cell membrane because they are mostly part of large molecules. Amino acids are part of large molecules, fatty acids and sugars. They are part of proteins, polysaccharides, or lipids, and because of that, they cannot cross cell membrane. I repeat my point. Actually, amino acids are part of big proteins, and fatty acids are part of lipids, and sugars are part of polysaccharides. These big molecules cannot cross cell membrane, even when it we get energy from the smaller molecule, but they are attached with big molecules. So the big molecules cannot cross membrane. So we have to get these nutrients some through some other way. So there is a need to convert these large molecules, proteins, polysaccharides, and carbohydrates into smaller and diffusible molecules into such a limit which can easily cross the cell membrane. And this is what we achieve through the process of digestion by converting the big non-diffusible molecules into diffusible ones. See? Uh-oh. So after digestion, the diffusible molecules from the digestive system reach the body cells through blood. Basically, जब हमारी digestion हो चुकी होती है, सारी complete digestion, the small molecules are picked up from small intestine into the bloodstream. Here they are assimilated. Assimilated means these nutrients become the part of body in the bloodstream. Blood से वो cells में enter होते हैं and then cells construct them into their own meaningful ways. Cell construct these small molecules into big structures and then incorporate them into our body. So after assimilation, there is some part of food which is indigestible. That indigestible food should be eliminated out of our body, and that is eliminated in the form of feces. स्टूल्स जो कि हम कॉमन लैंग्वेज में कहते हैं, और आप लोग कह रहे हो पॉटी, तो बच्चों के लिए कहते हैं, लेकिन इन कॉमन लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट एज स्टूल्स, बट इन साइंस लैंग्वेज वी कॉल इट एज फीसेस. So we defecate these indigestible food particles. So I have divided, not I have divided, but the these process of nutrition are divided into different phases. So the first and foremost phase is ingestion. Ingestion means the process of taking in food, the process of taking the morsel and putting it into our mouth, into our oral cavity and chewing it. Not even chewing it, just adding into our oral cavity is called as ingestion. And the next phase is digestion, where we break up the complex substances into simpler substances. The complex food material into simpler food material is called as digestion. And when that complex substances are broken into simpler substances, I mean, this happens at the small intestine level where complete digestion takes place. Then at small intestine, these digested food molecules are absorbed into blood and lymph. I will tell you lymph later on. Okay? Lymph is a part of lymphatic system, which I will tell you later on. ये इसमें clear food run करता है just like our circulatory system, but अभी मैं यहाँ पर आपको नहीं बता रही, remember. So the digested food is absorbed into blood stream and lymphatic system. Then when it becomes a part of blood and lymphatic system, this food is converted into complex structures at our cell level or in our body. Yani the minerals which have been absorbed in blood streams are now sent to cell level or different parts of body and incorporated into complex structures, proteins or carbohydrates or lipids. They make our body structure. Is called as assimilation. Conversion of absorbed food into complex substances constituting the body is called as assimilation. Then the last phase of nutrition is defecation, which means elimination of undigested food from the body, excreting out the leftover food from our body. Leftover food or dead cells and dead bacteria and viruses are eliminated from our body, and that is called as defecation, especially from the anus, because we are talking about digestive system. So whatever we uh, remove from large intestine through anus, that process is called as defecation. Okay, these are the phases of nutrition, and we will talk about the detail of nutrition and detail of digestion in the next class. Allah Hafiz for now.